And good evening, old man. How you doing tonight? Strika, how you doing? And good evening, crypto meownalist. Microman, how you doing? And good evening, Troy. How you doing? Now, just so you guys are aware, tonight, like any other night, is an AMA. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and start getting them in chat and we will get them asked. All right. Well, Strika, I will get that one down and we'll get it asked. And Mike, how you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast live. Thank you. The Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor, who has won and lost fortunes, and joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
I'm having a fantastic night. How's your night going, Scott?
You know, I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. We got a little bit of some bad news today, but you know what? We're soldiering through this. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the podcast. And everybody, thank you. So we're doing something different tonight. We're doing something that we've never done. We've never done it here on the podcast, but I'm doing it tonight just because I want to. We're only talking about money, pure money. I am going to take apart the investments that I'm in, and I'm going to tell you why I'm in it. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because I go to the Twitter every, now and again. I do have an account and I do post things on occasion, but I post stuff that I think is interesting or timely. So I'm by no means an influencer, but it seems like that's the place where those guys live, the shills and all this, and this is where they live. And recently, over the last, couple weeks, I've been seeing a lot more of SIF-chain, people pushing SIF-chain. And, they get a lot of action. They really do. I understand. I don't know if they're, I don't care. Whatever you do to make a living, that's great. But I got to ask, folks, I really got to ask you guys, where were you when it was 7.2 cents? Because at that time, I didn't see you there. I was there. I was making videos. I was pushing it out. I was telling you, hey, you guys really might want to take a good look at this one. I am not advocating for you to buy it, just telling you that I am buying it. I buy it, I show you, and there we are. I'm a big fan, all right, because you got to be able to look to the future on this one. And telling people after this price is already 2x'd does not make you an oracle, all right? It means that you're piling on to something that's doing well. You are screwing people out of money, and you do it for a living. This incenses me, just absolutely drives me. It's not good. Now, again, I'm not going to begrudge somebody on how they make a living, and that's fine. They got a big following. A lot of people are loving on them, and even if they're well late to the party, people still see him as the mighty oracle. I just happen to disagree with that. All right, now if you want to pull it, if you want to do it, then you commit to it before everybody else commits to it. You commit to it when there is still potential, not after that has happened. A 2x in crypto is tough, all right? I don't care who you are, what you are. A 2x in crypto is difficult. Let me put some perspective on that. Do you think Bitcoin can jump to $80,000 over the next 3 weeks? Do you think that could happen? Now, any reasonable person is going to say, no, the market conditions are not right. Their feds are shaking their interest rate nickel can at the financial markets. The Dow is up. The Dow is down. We have wars. We have pestilence. We have a smashed supply line. So any reasonable person is going to say, no, Bitcoin is not going to double. It's not going to be $76,000 inside of the next 3 weeks. Nobody's going to say that. But these altcoins, and particularly a lot of the altcoins that we talk about, they did 2x. Now, SIF-chain's not there, but I have a strong belief. I have a feeling. My money is in it because I absolutely foresee it going here. And now these are the things that we've never talked about on the podcast. But if people are going to be piling on to the subjects that I've already covered, I think I should be allowed to give my full thoughts on those and probably not really catch a whole lot of blowback for it. Because, again, I was buying it at 7.2 cents. Sir, where were you? Because you weren't talking about this. You were probably talking about Juno, the rising star that you saw hit $28, and you said, oh, my God, it's never going to stop. We need to talk up Juno. Well, where's Juno right now? Where'd you go? Because I noticed that you're not up there pitching Juno anymore. Now you just lob on to the next rising star, and you show your crypto prowess. Sir, you are doing a disservice to everybody who reads anything that you write. You are costing people money. When Juno was in the high up mid-40s, were you jumping all over them saying, hey, we got to back off, man. Look, this thing went up too far, too fast. They cannot possibly support this price point, so you might want to consider getting out. I didn't see you doing that. I didn't notice that at all. I noticed you saying it's going to the moon. Even at $40, it's a bargain. You got to buy. I screenshot all these things so that I can go back. I want to throw it in your face and say, dude, where was this? Where were you? Where were you when you just cost people 200% of their total investment? It shrunk that much from where they were to where they are now. That's what you did to them. So I'm just kind of wondering, where were you at? Because you're still not doing it now, but you are jumping all over SiftChain now that it's up. This is an easy job that you guys have, man. This is a painfully easy job, and you're not even doing that well. I kind of do something different here. I show you guys my money, all right? I don't tell you to invest. I tell you that I did, period. That's it. That's what we do. And we're going to continue to do that because that's where I find value. Look, just so you guys know, I don't do YouTube for money. I absolutely do not. I don't need it. All right, I don't need that. If you do tip, if you do any of that, it all goes to Bell. All right, I'm fine, guys. I am fine. So, but if you want to tip the producer, please tip the producer. But what I'm getting at is I think that we are missing a lot of just genuine folks over here in this type of space, and I try to be one. So I guess that's that was my whole monologue, man. It's a little bit angry tonight, and I do apologize for that one, guys. But we're in this for money, all right? We're not in it for the win. We're not in it to say, I picked the best token and now I'm a millionaire. We're not doing that. We're not here for that. We are here to pick the best investment that will make us money. And when it is no longer making us money, we will move on to the next investment. That's what I do, all right? It's not about love of the product. It's about me earning on my risk, me putting my money up and investing. It's my risk. It will be my rewards. And when it is no longer profitable for me to be in any particular investment, I'm out. All right. It doesn't mean I don't like the product. It means I don't like the investment at this time. There is a distinction, an absolute distinction. And it seems like people are missing that. They miss that up and down. I was a big advocate for AMP because it was earning me money. I still think it is a fantastic product. I think it is ingenious. I think it is revolutionary. But at this moment, and since I pulled out of this months ago, I felt that it was a bad investment. And reality seems to be supporting that decision on my behalf. It is nothing against AMP, nothing against the community, nothing against Flexa. For me, it's about my money. And it might be a great product, and I believe it is. But I think at this time that it is a bad investment until something shakes out, until implementation starts to happen, until use case starts to go up. Until then, it's a bad investment, and I just go looking for better ones. That's all it is, man. It is nothing personal. And I don't know if it's the youthfulness of crypto that seems to attract a lot of younger investors. But old guys, the white in the hair and all around, the guys who've lived through the .com, we've already learned these lessons. All right, we learned them painfully. We learned them by losing all of our damn money over and over and over. So it took experience to go bust repeatedly. And then we come back and say, hey, this is what I learned. That's the only reason that I'm doing the YouTube channel. This is it. We are, believe it or not, an educational channel. And all I'm doing is pouring out all the pain of failed investments and bad decisions and sharing with you guys the lessons that I learned through just 25, 30 years, 30 damn years of going boom and bust. You know what? You get to the point in your life where you're just like, you know what? Share the knowledge. So that's pretty much it for the monologue. And we're going to be getting into my investments. I think it's important to take them apart because I want to add context to the discussions. So I think that's fair. But before we get there, Belle, do you have any announcements?
Oh, there are a few. There
Okay.
are a few comments, and yeah, we've also gotten 2 super chats tonight. The first one from Aram, super chatting $4.99, saying, "Hey Scott, I'm sending you this to hold on any token you wish."
You know what? We'll give him a round of applause. Aram, guys, he's my special little creature. I'm gonna break him in. He is just absolutely savage to me in the comments, in my comment sections. I love it because I like angry comments because I get to read them on the show and it's fun. We all get to have a giggle about it. But Aram is that guy, and I think he challenged me. Ask Aram if you challenged me because I know you said you wanted to debate me on the program. Babe, that's open. All right. Bella at ThePodocasts.com right here. Bella at ThePodocasts.com. If we got room, we'll get you scheduled, man. We could have it out here. But Belle thanks you for the $4.99. And what else we got, Belle?
The second super chat came in from Mike, $5. So thank you, Mike.
Round of applause for Mike. I think that is fantastic. Thank you again, guys. You are tipping the producers. You're not tipping me. So if there are no comments, are there any comments, Belle, or do I just got to?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Get to it.
Yeah. Mike actually says, "Thanks for buying the microphones. They sound great."
Isn't that better? That's where your money goes, guys. We got Bell upgraded and everybody, Amory's upgraded. We're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. And oh, you know what? I got to take the brief thing because I promised Sophia I would do it. So we're also we are building out a new studio. All right. We've got about 30 grand that we got earmarked that we're pouring into this. You are going to see a professional production out of the podcast, and it is going to be great. Because it is going to be the most expensive production for a channel that gets effectively 0 views. But if we're going to go down swinging with our best foot forward. So, again, if you think I'm animated here, wait till you see me standing up. That is just going to be, it's going to be great. We're going to do a Mad Money type thing. It's going to be a hoot. So, but with that, Sophia has made our thumbnail girl. If you guys notice, the thumbnails have been unusual for these live streams. Each one of these is a one-off, one time, never going to be seen again, and we are minting them. So if anybody wants information on those, we're going to mint them in NFTs, and they're going to go one-off. That money is going to go help build out the studio. So if anybody's interested in NFTs, on the podcast Discord, there's an NFT channel. All the information is right there. But I absolutely love what she did with it. And the first one minted, I'm going to buy because I know which one it is, and I'm very excited for that. I'm going to turn it into a poster, and I'm going to hang it over in the new studio just because I think it was a fantastic thumbnail. But okay, anyway, I'm sorry. That was my bit. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Troy Wright. So Elon has Tesla, SpaceX, and now Twitter. Do you think there could be a use case where he creates an ecosystem with Doge? Just curious.
It's a good question, and it's funny because we were talking about this one. So SpaceX is putting up satellites. They're all over the place. Starlink. One of our guys, in fact, old man on the chat, has Starlink. He bought it. I would love it if he could tell the chat if it works well or not. So we were talking about this very thing because now he has the de facto town square. All right, he owns it. This is a done deal, guys. All right, so the people who say Elon's going to buy it and I'm going to Canada, it's north, babe. Just keep going until it gets real cold and you're probably there. But not only does he have that, but he has the infrastructure, meaning he's supporting effectively his own internet. So how are you going to shut him down? What could you possibly do? He owns the satellites.
Old man is chiming in saying it's fantastic.
I'm just saying, if this guy wanted to build a communications suite that could encompass the whole world and nobody could do anything to stop him, he just got those pieces. He's already got the satellites up there. SpaceX is already, I'm sorry, Starlink is already alive and well. And now he has Twitter. So as far as shutting down communications, only if he wants you to, because there's nothing you can do to stop him now. So, yeah, that's a great question. And he could. I think it'd be interesting. I've been talking about it for a while, but he could absolutely just say, you know what? On my platform, Doge is legal currency. That's all it would take. Now, let's not get nuts here, guys, right? That doesn't get around the fact that it is still not an accepted currency by the United States government, and that every time you use it, it is still a taxable event. We're not just going to wash that away because we feel good. These are still facts. But he could do it. Why couldn't he? He owns the damn thing, and he answers to nobody now. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Ryan Deegan, I would love to know what the allocation percentages are in Scott's real wallet. If the YouTube wallet mirrors it, then sweet. But if not, then is it 90% in Rowan USD?
I'm sorry, who's the question from?
Ryan Deegan.
Ryan. So I typically don't show my real wallet. Because it's personal. You know, I mean, we don't really flash this up on the screen too much. It's pretty close. It's pretty, you know, as a matter of fact, I got to change it. I had it up, Belle. I had the real wallet up. Oh my God, man. Hang on, guys. Let me flip this. Let me change wallets here. Yeah, my personal ones, they mirror pretty good. They mirror pretty well. It's not too far off. I probably have a little bit more in Terra than I do than in my YouTube wallet, but it's just because I'm inching my way over there right now. So the bulk of my money is still sitting here in Osmos. Let's take a look at the 8 board. Stand by a moment. Let me do the 8 board. And that is the wrong 8 board. Hang on. Don't look. Damn it. Hang on, Belle. Hang on. Let me go back to the other screen. I am just not on my game tonight. Let me pull up the YouTube 8 board. Hang on, guys. Stand by one moment, please. There we go. All right, so this is the YouTube wallet, so you guys can kind of see the breakdown on this one. I'm starting to push more and more out into Terra as opposed to Osmo. Right now, I'm very, very heavy in Osmo, but I'm starting to push more and more out into Terra. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I will be taking those apart tonight to tell you why I'm pushing a little bit more into Terra as opposed to Osmo. Now, I'm still a huge fan. Look, man, Osmo. These crashes are lateral, and I know because you guys have been giving me the business on this. You said Osmo was going to be great. Now look at it's losing value. These are lateral crashes. So what I could buy with one Osmo 2 months ago, I can buy with one Osmo today. These are effectively lateral crashes. There are outliers, of course. Sif chain, that's an outlier. All right, that thing's just being a absolute rock star, but for the most part, these crashes are lateral, so all the way across. The only time that I really worry about the value of a crypto is when I'm turning it into cash. If I'm not turning it into cash, then I rate my crypto versus other cryptos. So if the entire market takes a dump of 20%, yeah, you could scream and holler, well, you lost 20%. But the buying power in the DeFi where I live is still the same. Do you understand that? The buying power of these tokens, these native tokens, these tokens that I'm in, is the same as it was before the crash because these crashes are lateral. What hits Bitcoin hits the entire market. We've been talking this up forever and ever and ever. Now, if you need something to keep score, and that seems what a lot of people need, if you need something to keep score, then rate it against another asset. Rate it against direct purchasing power from one crypto to another crypto. That's the way that you should be measuring this. Aside from that, man, look, if you want to turn it back into cash, it matters right this moment. But if it is still an investment, you're leaving it on the DeFi, you're letting it grow, you're using it to purchase goods and services on the DeFi, then its value is based on other cryptos. And for some reason, this just seems to elude a lot of people. And I personally, I don't understand. I don't care. It's not cash until I turn it back into cash. Until then, it's crypto. So the fact that I'm still collecting the Osmo rewards that I get, that I'm still collecting the Apollo rewards, that I'm still collecting the Sift Chain rewards, I'm being paid in tokens. Tokens. So the value of the tokens is irrelevant. The fact that I have more of them now is relevant, very relevant. And again, it doesn't turn into a factor until I want to turn it into cash, and I don't need it right now. So when I need it, we'll revisit this. But until I do, it just doesn't matter to me. It absolutely does not matter. So, I don't know, man. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't know. There's no way for me to really force this down because we all have our minds made up that it's worth $1. Its value is directly pegged to $1. Now, I would ask you, if you are basing all of your investments, all of your assets versus $1, why are you buying crypto? Why are you buying a digital representation of $1 that can go up or down? If you want dollars, invest in stocks, invest in gold, invest in something that is pegged to $1. The only reason that crypto is pegged to $1 is because we need a way to keep score. But as this continues to develop, as more products are brought on to the DeFi that will only take crypto, now you're starting to see the worth of the crypto. And it's products like Orchid. Absolutely love Orchid. You know why? You pay them in crypto. You can pay them with Orchid. And this is the amount of Orchid that you need to buy this much bandwidth. So the lower Orchid goes, the more bandwidth you can buy with the same amount of fiat that you would have spent. So if you'd have spent $1, you get a lot more Orchid now. You can buy a lot more bandwidth. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a huge fan of that. So the lower it goes, the better off it is for everybody. But we're not quite there yet. So until we do this complete rebirth where we start to wrap our head around that cryptos should be rated against other cryptos as far as value goes, until we get there, man, it's all kind of moot, and it is $1. So with that being the case, yeah, you all lost your asses today, unless you were in Sift Chain, and then you still did okay. All right, Belle, do we got any questions, or should I carry on?
Ironically, you did just touch on the next one from Crypto I can't say this correctly. Meownalysis. Hey, man, I've been watching your videos recently. I'm curious what you think about OXT. I have a bit over 100K coins, and I've been holding and accumulating since it's come out, so I'm curious.
I love Orchid. I absolutely love Orchid, man. I did Orchid videos a long, long time ago, man. The only problem I have with Orchid is where it's built. But aside from that, the product Orchid, I think it's fantastic. I think it is it's a brilliant product. It is decentralized VPN. I call it subpoena this. See, there's a misunderstanding for people who use VPNs. They think as soon as you tie into a VPN, you can do anything, you can say anything. It doesn't matter. You're behind a VPN. But you're only behind a VPN from the central VPN that you're tying into out to the rest of the world. But from you to them, they see everything. They have KYC, that means know your client. They know who you are, how much you have. They know where you live. They know every single thing about you because you gave them that information. Yes, you did. So they can always go pull back any law agency comes up and says, has this guy been saying anything? They can always show them the records. You bet. Here they are. This is what they said. This is what they meant. This is when they did it. But not so with Orchid. It absolutely does not do that with Orchid. Sign up for it. That's all I got to say. It's free. It's a free download. You got to pay for the service. It's a free download. Try it out. See what information they ask for when you go to use the Orchid product. See what information they ask for, because guess what? They don't ask for any. They don't care. Your money, your business, they are good to go with that. So, yes, I'm a big fan of Orchid. They are up against education. That seems to be the big problem. If people knew about VPNs, what they think they know about VPNs, they'd be going to Orchid. They'd be going to Sentinel. They'd be going to a lot of different places than Nord. So there you go. Hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
It did. And Strika, interested in your thoughts on Quicksilver.
You were talking about that one, Belle, weren't you?
A little bit. I think it's worth checking into. They're designed to compete against cab companies and Uber.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, they're geared toward transportation.
I'd love to give you some input on that one. I'm not familiar with it, man. That's all it is. But I'll certainly look into it. I like products. I'm really, really into products. This sounds like a product, and it sounds like something that I might be interested in. So I will certainly take a look. But right now, I can't say I'm familiar with it, man. I'm pretty well dug in like a tick where I am. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Mike, what are your impressions of I Trust Capital, if any?
Not familiar.
Okay,
That's all
Dave.
I got, man. I'm sorry, dude. Uh, I don't want to give you an opinion on any kind of crypto that I don't personally own, man. It's disingenuous. That's all it is. If I don't own it, I certainly won't talk about it because what do I know? If it was a good investment, if I was aware of it and thought it was a good investment, I promise you I'd own it. But there's so many, man. They are spread all over the place, and you can only be in so many places at once. So, no, on this particular one, I trust. I'm not familiar with it, but I will look into it. But it sounds like a Dex. It sounds like another money magic place. Not like that. I mean, it sounds like another place that people will take care of your money for you. And I'm full on that right now. So, Belle, please carry on.
Dave Flowers, care to speculate on raw price on launch on May 1st?
Nope. Nope, won't do it, man. This is kind of the hotness right now, and I notice all the Cosmos influencers, people are just pegging this over and over. Raw, raw, raw. It's gonna be coming. I kind of went on a tirade last week, I think, talking about this stuff with the airdrops. I don't stake for airdrops, man. I don't chase airdrops. I mean, at all. If one happens to be someplace where I'm staked, where I've already considered it a good investment, and they're going to give me some for free, I'll certainly go and get it. But man, it is not any kind of, it's not anything that I spend any real time looking for. It's just, there's so much, there's so much else going on in crypto. Yeah, I don't, it's a slot machine, man. I don't invest in the unknown. And for the most part, they, hey, we're going to stake all this and we're going to give you this much raw, but we're not going to tell you how much it's worth. To me, that just, it's nothing that I want to tie up my own personal capital in. I want to know everything about a product before I invest in it. I want to know as much as I possibly can about a product before I invest in it. So that very question should tell you why I'm not going after those things because we don't know. And, yeah, it tends to lead to hard feelings. I think airdrops are great for the purpose of visibility. Get them out so people start talking up your token, your investment. Hey, take a look at this. It's going to be good for you. I think they're good for that, but this is starting to turn into a cult, and I think it's a dangerous practice. That's my opinion. That's all it is. So, Belle, please carry on.
All right, Felipe Jimenez is following that up with asking about strategies to utilize raw, either dump, LP, or stake, pros and cons in your opinion.
Again, man, I'm not prepared to talk about it right now. I need to do some more looking into it. That's really where we're at. I'm pretty comfortable with my investments, where I am and what I'm in and why I'm there. It's not to say I don't keep looking, but I just haven't gotten to raw yet. But it seems like there's a lot of chatter around this one. I promise you, I will give it a read and we'll talk about it Thursday. Belle, please carry on.
Ryan Batesh, and I believe he's referring to Orchid. Where are they built and what don't you like?
Well, it's an Ethereum token, man. That's about it. Where I say where they're built, the chain that they're built on. That's the only problem that I have with it. If it was, if they decided to spin off into their own level one, come over here to Cosmos and just start to exist here, man, I would call that the peak. But right now, that's the only issue that I really have with it is because, look, I'm not an Ethereum fan, guys. Look, have you ever seen me do an Ethereum video where I talk it up? This is great. You got to learn to mine, get out, help the infrastructure. I'm just not a fan of the chain. It's too expensive. It's dated. It was great and necessary when it was developed, when it was built, when it was dreamt up and created. It was fantastic, but it's been wildly outgrown. Simply the fact that you have to have all of these level twos to even make Ethereum. Could you imagine what Ethereum would be right now without these level twos? Could you imagine how much it would cost to move a token from wallet to wallet or from anywhere, from text to using purely Ethereum with no level twos? I don't think you can measure it, man. That would be it. That'd be it. It would crash. Nobody could afford it. So That's my only issue with it. But aside from that, no. I mean, I love Orchid. I think it's great. You guys look. Let's take a look. What's the VPN on my phone? Oh, look, there it is. Look. It is Orchid. It's Orchid. And this is how hard it is to use Orchid. This is why I'm such a big fan of it. If I hit the little connect button, watch this. Watch it flash. Boom! I'm behind a decentralized VPN, and I can say and do anything out of this phone, and no, nobody's going to know. So, yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm not just telling you about a token to try to get you. I don't even care if you buy the token. I think it's a great VPN, and I'm a strong advocate for it. Belle, please carry on.
Dave Flowers, is that a Geek Vape Aegis in your hand, sir?
Is this? I don't know what this is.
I'm pretty sure you were on a smock.
It's a vape. I don't know, man. I don't know the names of all these things, man. I'm not quite. That's a whole nother group that people can analyze these things. I was a 2-pack a day smoker. All right. I smoked like a damn chimney. And I quit smoking about 10 years ago, and I noticed that nobody wanted to be around me afterwards. So it was determined by me that I have turned into a complete Richard Cranium, and that I need to do something to balance myself. So here we are. And aside from that, you know what? I use it because if not, I am simply unbearable. But yeah, aside from that, the specifics, I don't know. Belle, please carry on, or we're going to start talking about Terra.
Kodar 1, do you just put reward money in Terra or personal money also?
It depends. It depends what wallet we're talking about. My own personal money, yes, I'm starting to put a lot of personal money over into Terra. I like Terra. Now, we made a terrible mistake with this channel. We made a terrible mistake with the podcast when we pivoted. We said we were shutting out Ethereum. We're not talking about these things anymore. We're going straight over to Cosmos. The IBC, Osmosis, and look how great it is, and look what we're doing here. The problem with it is that Osmosis, believe it or not, is difficult to manipulate. It really is. You wouldn't think so, but you're not doing a YouTube channel and answering 15 emails a day saying, how did you do what you do? For us and for the core podcast audience that kind of migrated over with us, it's second nature. It is absolutely second nature to move money from wallet to wallet and chain to chain. We don't care. We don't even think about it. But believe it or not, this is difficult. All right. This is difficult. And when you look at Terra, precisely how easy Terra is. So these are the wallets that I use the most over here. And MetaMask is just because I haven't taken it off yet, but I use it for effectively. I use it for nothing. I use it when I make AMP videos. That's about it. But when you actually want to see how easy this thing is to manipulate. So let's go to White Whale because I'm a big fan. So if you come over here to White Whale, then, it automatically reads the wallet. As soon as you hook it up, it reads the wallet. You're up, you're good, and go ahead and do it. Now, it will read this wallet regardless of what chain or which app I'm on because it's the central wallet for Terra. So if we come over here to Apollo and we load up the Apollo vaults, it is the same thing going to be reading this same wallet, and regardless of what app I'm on. Now, I can use the same thing. I can go to Ink. I can go to, what's that other one? It's like Drop or something like that. But this same wallet will just immediately pick up and register and link with everything else. So it's not that hard. You put your money in your wallet, and you go off and you manipulate, and you do your thing. So we skipped that part. Now, again, Terra is easy. Now, I love Terra because obviously it's UST. I'm a big fan of stable coins. I never back off from that. You guys know I don't back off from that. I try to pair everything I can with native or stable, up and down. But again, these are really easy wallets to manipulate. And when you have an easy wallet to manipulate and you combine that with an easy wallet to manipulate and you combine that with a very friendly chain, then this gets easy. So you're not exactly bouncing level 1 to level 1. You're hitting apps, dApps that are built on the Terra network. So the same wallet will service all of them. It's wonderful. It is a wonderful thing, and it's very easy. But again, the problem we made with this channel is that we went from first gear to fourth gear and we skipped second and third. So we skipped Terra and we skipped all those other ones. But yeah, I mean, Terra, that's where we should have went. We should have went to Terra first, then we should have came over to Osmosis. But we didn't. So there was a bit of a learning curve for the folks who came with us, and that was on me. I apologize for that. So I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
Buddy Dottie says, dude, upgrade your iPhone.
Oh, no, it's a 5. Look, man, it still works. And that's Popeye, by the way. I'm a sailor man, so I'm a big fan. No, dude, it still works. Look, I wouldn't say that I'm wealthy, but I would say that I'm very, very comfortable. And the way that I got comfortable, and this is another lesson, and I'm going to tell this straight to ARAM, I do it by not spending money. I just don't. I do not spend money. Look, if I wanted to spend off $1,200 for a new phone, that's $1,200 right now that I am not earning a 3-digit APR on. And to me, that just doesn't make sense. I don't base my status on the type of phone. I think this one's a 5. I think it's an iPhone 5. But look, it still works. And mostly I use it to make phone calls. I call people, and they call me, and that's usually what we use it for. So aside from that, I don't care about all those neat features because I don't know how to use them anyway. I'm just not a big phone guy. I use it to call people. But with that, I'm not going to take a whole lot of money out of my pocket. That it's opportunity cost. All right. There's opportunity cost with everything that you do in life, including owning 35 pair of sneakers. All right. All of this other money, these thousands and thousands of dollars that you spend on these sneakers, you're not earning money on them. All right, they are literally depreciating in value as soon as you buy them, as opposed to investing. I am a cheap guy. I'm absolutely, what do you want to call it, a miser? I don't even know. Frugal? Let's say frugal.
Frugal would be way better.
I'm very, very frugal because it excites me watching my money go up. It just does. I love putting it in and watching my money go up and increase in value. I'm 50, man. I'm an old guy. And I eat a lot of fatty foods and cheese. I love cheese. So I figure I got 5-6 years left. It's very high stress what I do. So I ain't going to see 60. But I want to make sure my kids are taken care of. So I do that now by suffering with an iPhone 5. So I hope that I answered that question or that comment. Belle, please carry on.
All right. R3D Games. I'm so grateful I found your channel. I started getting into crypto this year, and thanks to you, I've been able to learn why most important to put money to work for me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm not sure how to comment on that. Thank you. I appreciate it. We don't get a lot of positive comments, man. We get drilled. Like I said, if you want to see the dark well of souls, go to the podcast comment section because those things are usually savage. Belle goes through and clears out the worst of them so I don't have to read them because I always, it makes my head spin around and I start pounding my head. Why am I doing this? They don't like, but I'm not going to let one guy just take me down. So Belle takes care of that for me. Belle, please carry on.
That was actually the last one for the moment.
All right, boys, then let us get into something interesting now. I really wasn't going to, I said I was going to talk about a lot of my investments, so let's talk about some of these things. So right now, little nugget that I found very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And because of that, I am shoving more and more money over here. Now, this particular one is called XDeFi. Now, if you're not familiar with XDeFi, XDeFi is this wallet right here. I'm not going to log in, but you dig it. This is a cross-chain wallet, all right? It is, one could make the argument that it's a product. Now, one of the things I really, really like about it is that it has a lot of built-in bridges so that I can bridge tokens from chain to chain, and I can do it straight there from the wallet, and it's affordable. We're not talking about like Ethereum level fees for me to do this. It's relatively inexpensive. So I'm a big fan of cross-chain, and I've never backed away from that. Anybody who is not going to be in the process of becoming cross-chain compatible have not even been discussing this, you're already a relic, all right? You lost and you don't even know it yet. You got a little upstart like SifChain and Thor who came out and said, no, this is the way to do it. And they did, and they're being wildly successful. SifChain has absolutely exploded. And they did it because they're cross-chain compatible, because they see what's coming. They saw what was out there, said, this doesn't exist, let's build it. They did, and now it's just going nuts. So XDeFi is one of these products that sees the potential for all of these. Now, why is this one getting something personal, and why am I taking time to talk about this? Because currently, if you go to the Sif Chain Discord, and by the way, if you're a crypto guy, this is what you do. You dig for information. All right? Knowledge is power. Who's seen the movie Wall Street? I promise you most of you have. If you're over the age of 25, you've seen Wall Street. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is all of these things, that it's all available to you. So if you go out there and dig around. Now, Sif Chain has got an engineering bounty saying they want XDeFi integrated correctly with Sif Chain, because XDeFi can handle Ethereum tokens. It can handle Osmosis. It can handle Cosmos tokens, Terra tokens. It can handle all of these things. So why not integrate a wallet that can handle all these things with a DEX that can handle all of these things? And considering the recent popularity of Sif Chain, when they're sitting there looking at XDeFi saying, boy, that's a good idea, we'd love to get that on our chain, you have got to put two and two together and say there might be some growth potential here. Now, clearly I have. So I think that it's in your interest to maybe take a look at the, or you know what, I'm sorry. I don't care if you take a look at this or if you have an interest in it. I do. I see those two little nuggets. I put them together and say, you know what, let's go ahead and jump on this one because there's a lot of potential there. But it's not just that. It's not just XDeFi. You can buy that token. In fact, you can buy it directly on the XDeFi wallet. It's pretty cool. But it's jumping on top of this thing where you could see growth potential. Now, if you take a look at this one right here on Apollo, which you can get there from Terra, we've done these videos. Nobody watched them, but I promise you, you have this information. You can see the breakdown of this. All right, look, you're getting 80.89% plus the original farm. The XDeFi Astro LPAPY plus the Apollo APR. You get these two combined. That's 131 plus a 36.44. So this hedges your risk, all right? This hedges the risk that you're putting into this investment because you are generating income on the money while you wait. To me, that's a good investment. It doesn't matter what that product is. You know what? It kind of does. It really, really does. But I see strong value in XDeFi. I see Sif Chain coming over here and looking at XDeFi saying, hey, help us integrate. Do it for us and we will pay you. I love that. All right, I love those two things. But not only do you collect that raw APR, which this is an auto-compounding pool, that's why it says APY, 131.36% APY, but you also get Apollo. This is the little special. This is the Osmo of Osmosis. This is the Apollo here. So if you come over to rewards, these are what you're generating. And we're pulling these, we're pulling more and more of this every single day. So all of these little investments that are APYing in are rolling up organically so that because they're turning into APYs, regardless of what the market is doing, they stay relatively steady. They might drop off a little bit, but you are constantly, every 6 seconds, putting more money onto it. So they stay nice and stable. But then you pull this as the sweetness. This is just for free. All right, because you're in this pool, you are going to be awarded the native token. You can see specifically how much the percentage is. I think it's a great investment. I'm putting all kinds of money into it, and I'm going to be putting more into it. The only reason that there's not more in there right now is because of this. That's the only reason that we don't have more. I do what's called the white whale protocol. You guys have heard me talk about this from time to time. So when the market gets sketchy like it is right now, I tend to pull back a lot of my money. One of the nifty things about Apollo and anything that we're doing over here on Terra is that if I want to take that money out right now, all I have to do is hit withdraw, UST, max, hit that button, and all that money's coming out. There's no lock-in period. There's nothing. All right, that money's coming out right now. It's in my wallet. It goes from here to White Whale. And I shove it in there and I leave it there collecting 19.5% until the market stabilizes. Now, for me, again, this is called the White Whale Protocol. And when I'm doing that, I am rooting against each and every one of you. It's nothing personal. It's just my money matters to me more than then your money matters to me. How about that? So in this case, the lower the market goes, because my money is insulated and it's 100% protected. In fact, not only is it protected, it is earning interest. The lower the market goes, the better that is for me, because I'm going to buy back my positions once it settles down. But if everything falls off 30% laterally, I'm going to buy back 30% more for the same amount of capital that I had before the market took a dump. That is the don't come strategy. And if you've ever played craps, you know specifically what I'm talking about. It is a very dick move. But hey, I'm not using any tool that you guys don't have available to you. In fact, not only is it available to you, I've showed you how to do it. So, yeah, I'm a big fan, and that's what we can get over here in Terra, because we don't have lock-ins. Lock-ins are necessary on DEXs. I understand why SiftChain did it. I absolutely understand. There's no way they could have sustained that. So I absolutely understand why they went with auto compounding and why they went lock-in. I think it's necessary, because a DEX cannot function with this complete unknown. And over on Apollo, you're going to see 70 to 80% variance in those APRs that you're being awarded with on those things, because precisely that reason. There is no lock-in. So you're going to see those APRs drop off during a dump, because we're all pulling our money out. So they can no longer support the capital they have in there. They got to lower the APRs. Just is what it is. But yeah, you're going to see that there, but you're not really going to be seeing that over on SiftChain. You're going to be seeing much more stable pools. Much more stable. Your money is going to appear to be more stable. That's what we're looking for. All right. So anyway, Belle, I went on one hell of a tirade. I see the comments going. Does anybody have anything, or are you guys just applauding my brilliance? I'll take either one.
Well, we had actually quite a few people applauding you, so don't
really
get too
Nobody ever
heartbroken.
applauds me, man.
I know, right?
Carry on.
So Jesse Argenziano actually said, in regards to the comment from R3D Games, this channel is such a hidden gem. Crypto Riddler says, don't worry about the garbage in the comments of the YouTube channel. You do a good job. Just found your channel a few weeks ago and you talk sense. Such a rarity in the crypto space. And wow. Yeah. Dave Flowers says, this may be my new favorite crypto channel. Well done, sir and Belle.
Oh, you know what? That's awesome. How about this? We'll give you guys a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, it really is. Yeah, Jack, you need to look into it. You needed to look into it when I was talking about it a while ago. The only videos that anybody is aware of are the last 5 videos I did. And I assure you that I am talking about products the moment I invest in them. So if you go looking back at the price where it was at the time date stamp that I was talking about it, that's a real good time. But again, we're not a financial advice channel. How do I know? Because look, see that big banner up there, guys? Not financial advice. This is not what we do here. All we do is tell you what we're doing. But XD, I'm sorry, man. Look, this thing is on the uptick. I believe it is on the uptick. You guys see the money I'm putting in. So this is... I don't care if you do. I'm saying that I'm going to do very, very well on this investment, and I'm interested in it. That's it. But I'm also a pragmatist, all right? You can't come back to me 2 weeks and later and say, well, now it dumped off. Because if it did, I was probably already out of it. Crypto is not a buy and hold. It's just not, all right? I understand this is the way it is. You buy, you hold, you dime in hand, and you make a lot of money. Crypto is work. And this is what nobody talks about, man. You have got to do the diligence. You've got to spend. How important is your money to you? I guess that's my question to you. If it matters, do the work. And it is work. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody, man. Listen to yourself. Do the work. Do the digging in. Look into it and figure out, is this something for me? Is this where I'm comfortable? And all I can do is give you little tidbits and say, look, man, when it goes bad, you get out. I will never be the guy that holds into the ground, man. I already did that. If you guys are familiar with the .com bust, I lost $1,070,000 in 3 days. Nobody would buy it. Nobody would buy what I was selling because we were all selling. And guess what happens? $1,070,000 in 3 days. And when it was all said and done, it was worth nothing. That was the .com bust. So I've been there. I have absolutely been there. And because I've already been there, I will never be there again. When it looks bad and it gets wobbly, man, look, I'm not this guy. All right, I'm out. I am out. I'm sitting, I'm watching, and I'm going to see where the fall off is. That's what I do. So if your money's important to you, you'll do the same. And if it's not, if it's just fun, it's a hobby, you guys happen to like this stuff, I'll put it in, find something you like that looks interesting, put it in and hope for the best. But yeah, I mean, if you really want to hit this and you really want to be profitable in crypto and you want to make money, it's work, man. You have got to, this is a second job. How important is your money to you? That's it. Belle, please carry on.
All right. Random question from Ryan Deegan. How old are Scott's shoes?
How old? Well, I usually only wear boots. I don't own a pair of tennis shoes. I don't own any. I only buy boots, and they're either cowboy boots, work boots, or, boots. And I can't remember buying a pair for at least 5 years. So they last, man. If you buy a good pair, if you spend $400 on a pair of boots, they're going to hang in there. All right, just a regular pair of work boots, they're going to hang in there. You're going to get shin splints to hell and gone. But you know what? They're going to be there. These things will continue to work, and life is good. So, yeah, I haven't bought shoes in a very long time. So I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
And Jack Sparrow throwing a little bit of shade your direction, saying, laugh out loud, man. You see how busy we are with secret SIF chain, et cetera, all because of you.
It's not because of me, man. Look, all I did was tell you what I'm putting my money in, all right? I'm not telling you to. I hate that idea, as a matter of fact, the crypto influencer. I don't even know. Should I say this, Belle? Because, I'm in that group now. The guy just kept pegging me. You got to be an influencer. I was like, what the hell's an influencer? I'm literally asking him, what do you mean by influencer? Do I have to go on my channel and go on to sit? Do I have to go out here and tell people that you need to buy this because I'm so damn smart that you should do what I do? Is that what an influencer is? Because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I did not help you. Look here, guys. You know what? I'm taking the whole screen because I want to be sure that we're clear here. Look here. I didn't help you earn your money at all. I was not there. I didn't help you get up in the morning, help you get dressed. I did not provide you guidance as you are doing your fiat mining. So I will never, ever provide you guidance on how to spend it. That is the most egotistical thing I could ever possibly think of. But we have made an entire enterprise out of being influencers, and I don't even know what it is. I have no idea. If anything, guys, look, I'm the anti-influencer. All right, I'm telling you, listen to yourself. I'm saying do your own reading, do your own diligence. If I say something that you might find interesting, don't take me at my word. Fact check me. Go back, do the reading, look it up for yourself, and see if Scott's right or if Scott's full of it tonight. I am very, very comfortable either way, and I'm a lot more comfortable if you go and fact check me. All right? This is, how often do you hear people saying fact check me? I absolutely want you to fact check me. That's what we do this channel for. That is all that we're about. Belle, please carry on.
Yeah, that's the last one for the moment. Other than Strike, I'm loving the fact that you're calling him tennis shoes, and that's making him want to call his grandpa
tennis shoes. What do you call them? Are they sneakers?
I don't know. I have no idea. I call them tennis shoes.
I thought they were tennis shoes. I don't even know, man. Like, I can be your grandpa, man. I'm comfortable with that. So, look, I already kind of went on a tirade there, man, and that wasn't my intention tonight. I wanted to tell you about my investments, what I'm in, why I'm in them, and all that other good stuff. I haven't changed my mind on anything. Again, looking back here at the YouTube wallet, and let's pull up the YouTube 8-board, because I was very excited on this one because we did 10x it. So we said we would, and we absolutely 10x'd it. With just the capital that we had available to us. So we started this wallet with $2,250 or $2,500. $2,250. It hit 25 a couple days ago. Market's in a downturn, but we 10x the wallet using only the information that we've been putting out, the videos that we've been putting out. That's what I did with it, and you can see it for yourself. All right. This is the money that we've generated from an initial investment of $2,500. So we absolutely 10x'd the wallet. Now, I did that specifically for a reason. One, it was a personal challenge because I wanted to see if I I tend to deal with more money. So I wanted to see if I could do it from a starting point that most people can achieve. I think most people can achieve $2,500, thereabouts. So I wanted to see if I could do it from that standpoint, and we absolutely did it from that standpoint. Look, you guys see the investments, all right? This is what we have. This is where our money is and everything. I don't hide from it. If you guys want to see my 8-board, send Bell an email, and I will share you the profile. You can see specifically every single amount of what I'm in, where I'm in it, and I like to think why I'm in it. That's what we do. That's what we do here on the channel. So I wanted to see if I could do it, and we absolutely did it. It is achievable, even in a bearish of the bear markets. If I can do it, anybody can do it, guys. I'm not that smart. All right, I do not have I don't have a crystal ball that I can look in this and say this is going to go up. All I can do is look at the environment, look at the market conditions, market forces, market mood. Pragmatist, I always look at the mood, and decide to get in and get out. Now, none of these trades have been static. None of them. None of these have been a buy and hold. They've been a buy and hold as long as it's generating us revenue, and as soon as it stops generating us revenue, the situation changed. I pull it and I go into something else. So there are a lot of trades that went on to actually do that, but it's achievable. So, again, anybody want to see specifically what I'm in, send Bell. I'll send you a copy of the 8-board. I don't care. Go look. You can see the history. You can see every single transaction, man. For the people who think you have anonymity in crypto, all I need is your wallet address, and I can tell you everything that you did. Time, date, stamped, amount, specifics of all of it. It is easier to track crypto than it is to track cash. Just if you weren't aware of that, you are now. Jackal, I'm going to save that for another discussion. I was about to go with the Jackal and the forensics, man, but I'll save that one. So what I'm saying is we're not that smart. I'm not that smart, all right? But I do have a lot of grit. And if you have grit and you have willpower and it matters to you, if you're willing to spend your time doing it, man, there's no reason you can't do that. Now, our next challenge, this will be the fun one. We're going to, I can't promise you when, but we're going to turn this $25,000, we're going to turn it into $250,000. All right, I'm announcing that right now. What's the date, Belle? April 26th?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Okay,
yes.
We're going to turn the $25,000, we're going to turn it into $250,000. So we 10x'd it once, we're going to 10x it again. But I need more time on this one. I'm going to need till December. So if you give me till December, I will turn this wallet from $25,000 into $250,000. I see you reaching for the notebook, Belle. Write it down because that's what we're going to do. We are absolutely going to do that. And just letting you guys know, I do have another couple of wallets, and we're going to be giving them away on an upcoming stream. Not right now, but probably mid-June, end of June. I have 2 different wallets that I've been setting up, playing around with, and they both have a couple $1,000s in them. We're going to give those wallets away. I'm going to give away the seed phrases to those wallets, and it's probably going to be mid-June, end of June. I promise you we'll let you know when. I ask nothing of this, but we thought it'd be fun if I put these together with the investments that I consider the most valuable at that time. So the wallet that I'm going to give you is going to have where I invested it, where I consider it the most valuable at that time, and we're just going to give those wallets away. We haven't figured out how yet. We're not doing a Twitter thing. We're not doing any of that stuff. It'll be whoever happens to be on the live stream on the night that we try to do it or that we decide to do it, and we're just going to give them away. All right, that's it. I was going to give one big wallet away, but we decided it'd be more fun to break them into smaller ones. So we're just going to give away those seed phrases, and I'll delete them from my computer. Doesn't matter after that. But I thought that would be a fun way to show how much you guys mean to us. The fact that you continue to support this channel, that's how much it means to us. We want to give back for everything that you guys have given to us. Anyway, I hope that finishes up pretty much everything I wanted to say tonight. I wanted to get more into money, but I also wanted to answer your question, so I apologize for that. But Belle, go ahead, talk us up, talk us out. I am done with my apple juice tonight, and honestly, my throat's a little dry. We'll be back on Thursday, guys. Belle, please take it away.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us tonight and enjoyed the lovely monologue that Scott delivered. I know we've gotten some huge hearts on Discord for a couple of comments there regarding that. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here on a Tuesday night, middle of the work week. We couldn't do this show without you guys. Seriously, you guys ask fantastic questions, you throw out amazing comments, and we could not do this without those. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on Thursday at our usual time of 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as on Saturday, also at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, we thank each and every one of you guys, and we will see you next time.
Oh, I didn't have it queued up. I need someone else. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.